I'm Lizelle Loves Books and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I'm just a girl who likes reading romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, any kind of genre of romance in general. And I also happen to have cerebral palsy, and it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. Happy Wednesday! I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today's video is going to be my October mid-month wrap-up. I'm going to talk about all the books that I read in the first half of October. That's October 1st to October 14th. I read a total of 19 books. The first couple books I'm gonna go by really quickly because I made videos on them. The first few books I read for the Monster Mash Readathon. If you want to know my full thoughts on these books, please go click the video down below in the description. Company of Fiends by Catherine Moon. I gave that book 4 stars. It's more like a 3-star. It was okay. Sanctuary of Kings. That's my favorite in the series. I gave that book 4 stars. I will say I prefer Catherine Moon's Omegaverse romances to this series. Like, I liked Lola and a Million Years better than this series. I liked her singular monster romance, like Games with the Orc. I liked that one. This series was just okay to me. Her Soul to Keep by Opal Rain. It's a monster romance between a human girl and a Duskwalker. I gave that book 4 stars. Oh, and if I didn't say before, Company of Fiends and Sanctuary of Kings is a Why Choose Monster Romance historical. The whole Ensnared trilogy by Tiffany Roberts. I gave the first book, Ensnared, 4 stars. I gave Enthralled 5 stars. And I gave Bound 5 stars. If you would have told me I would have liked an alien spider romance, I'd say you were nuts. But I love Catan. I'm really happy about the Monster Mash Readathon because it finally gave me a push to read these books, and the audiobooks were great. Next, what I think of these new release books in October. I will just give my ratings on these books because I have a new releases video also linked down below in the description. So if you want to know my full thoughts, please go watch that video. Caught Up by Lisa Ford. It's a baseball romance nanny single dad. I gave that book 5 stars. I love Kai and Miller and Max and the whole crew. Caught Up is going to be one of my top favorite books of the year, along with The Right Move. Next, we have Good Game by Madison Fox. It's her debut novel. It's a gaming romance. I gave that book 5 stars also. Madame by Sarah Kate. It's Eden's book. It's the last book in the Salacious Players Club. I gave that book 4 stars. Session Falls by Claire Kingsley. It's a romantic suspense Grumpy Sunshine Romance. The heroine moved back to her hometown that's close to Telecom, but she moves to Telecom, and she develops a stalker. And I really enjoyed this romantic suspense. I gave that book 4 stars. Mad Hatter, book 12 in the Criminal Intention series. Mad Hatter Part 1, I gave 4 stars. It's an procedural romance drama, like crime, romantic suspense, And I really love this series. And then I read book 13 in the Criminal Intention series, Mad Hatter Part 2. I gave 4 stars also. I reread Raven Song and Heart Song by T.J. Klune because I'm participating in the Green Creek Read-Along hosted by Jess at Peaceful Books, Christy from Christy Reads a Lot, Samantha from Books with Samantha, and Ava from Ava's Romance Books. And I reread Raven Song, and that is Gordo and Mark's book. It's a romance between a witch and a werewolf, and that's all I can say because I don't want to give the plot away. I give that book 5 stars. On my reread, I gave it 5 stars the first time I read it, like 2 years ago, and it's still 5 stars. Heart Song by T.J. Klune. It's the 3rd book in the Green Creek series, and it's about Robbie and Kelly. They are both shifters, and I give that book 4 stars. Rabid by Ivy Asher. I read this because of Jess from Honest Fiction, and we have the heroine who's in her pack, whose mom was the healer of her pack, but her mom mysteriously dies, and she gets the unwanted attention of this bad guy in her pack, and when it's time for her to do her ceremony to be one with her wolf, in this world you go through a ceremony where you and your wolf spirit become one, but as she was going through her ceremony, that bad guy that I said that had an eye on her, tries to assault her. So instead of connecting with her wolf, she goes rabid. And the guy decides he doesn't want to deal with her rabidness, so he dumps her in a pack full of violent wolves, and the story goes from there, and I really enjoyed it. I give this book 4 stars. Corrupt Shadows is a paranormal romance, and we have the heroine who has shadow magic, and she tries not to use her magic because when she used her magic when she was a kid, she couldn't control it, and her foster brother, because she was adopted by a pastor and his wife, her shadow magic killed her foster brother. So years later, she does not want to use her magic. She thinks her magic is evil, but she catches the attention of this demon in a mirror, and she is part of a group called the Fallen Witches. Her family is called the Fallen Witches, and her family is the one who put him in the mirror, so he wants her to use her shadow magic so he can get out of the mirror, and she does not want to use her shadow magic, and it's her romance with the demon. And I thought it was pretty good. I give that book 4 stars. The Brightest Light of Sunshine, and it's about this girl who is a ballerina who teaches ballet to a group of little girls. She has a ballet studio, and she goes in one day to a tattoo shop wanting to get a tattoo, but she changes her mind, and he finds out that girl who wanted to get a tattoo is one of his best friend's cousins, and that's how the hero and the heroine meet. The hero has a younger sister. The hero's in his 30s, but his mom gave birth to a little girl who's 4 years old, and his mom is not very responsible, so he takes on the responsibility of looking after his little sister. It turns out the heroine is his little sister's ballet teacher, and the hero and the heroine form a friendship and a romance. It's a slow burn romance because something happened to the heroine. She was SA'd in high school, so trigger warnings for that. And it's a slow burn romance between them, and I really liked it. 4 stars. Next, I read Black Sunshine by Katrina Halley. It's about this girl who thought she was human, but then gets abducted by a vampire and finds out that she is not human. She is half witch, half vampire, and her parents are vampire hunters, and she gets a romance with her abductor vampire golden hour. And here we follow the heroine who goes back to her hometown after her baking career, her cooking career got destroyed by her ex-boyfriend. So she got fired. He wrote a terrible article about her and about the place she worked, so she got fired immediately. So she goes back home to her small town, and the hero is a ranch hand working at her father's farm. The hero just got out of prison for prison time, and at first they don't like each other, the hero and the heroine, because the hero has assumptions about her, but eventually, because they work at the farm together, they eventually develop feelings for each other, but the hero thinks he's not worthy of her because of his checkered past. And the hero and the heroine tries to get the hero to see he made some mistakes, but he's not a bad person, and it's found family, and I really liked it. I gave this book 4 stars. Those are all the books that I read in the first half of August. Please let me know if you have read any of these books. I would love to know. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That would mean the world to me. And I'll see ya Friday. Bye.